In this lesson, we're going to learn a little bit more about CSS properties. To be more specific, we're going to talk about fonts and colors. So when we talk about CSS fonts, we are talking about the style of the text. Okay, so if, for example, basically like the best definition for this will be that it will define the font family for each text. Okay, so here we have the font family property, which allow you to customize the font in your web page. And also the fonts are divided into font family such as sans serif. We're going to talk about that in a minute, and we're going to see that in options. Okay, so I have an example here which I'm going to be implementing little by little, and I want to start with the Arial here. And let me just go back here. I have a web page that has a p tag, which is a paragraph. In this p tag, we're going to change the font of this whole text right here. So let's go ahead and do that. As you can see, this is how this one looks like right now. We're going to go ahead and change the font of this text. So how do we do that? First, I will type here the style tag. Okay. Inside the style tag, I will be using the pick selector and use the property font family, and then I will use the value Arial. Okay, so I'm gonna click save. I will also make sure that I save this file. I will refresh the page and keep an eye on the whole text, and then you're gonna see how it look like. Okay, so I'll do that right now in 3, 2, 1. There you go. So now we just change the font of this paragraph, and now we have it as an Arial. Okay, so what else we can do with it? We're going to talk about this on other lessons, but for now, just let's keep it simple. Another thing that you can use on the font property is using the font size. The font size allows you to control the size of your font. So for this sample, we're going to use the pixel, okay? But also you can use the EM and the percent, that we're going to talk about that later in other lessons as well. So let's go ahead and here, let's use the property font size. And by the way, as you can see here, once you type font, and if you use it, and if you are using Sublime, you should see a list of property related to the font. Okay, we're going to be using some of these things today. So let's go ahead and use the size. And then let's add the value as probably 20 px. So you will see a little bit different. I'm just going to go ahead and save. I will go and just refresh the page, and let's see what happened. As you can see, the size changed. I will try it and add like a bigger size. So what about if we put 100? Okay, so let's go ahead, let's click refresh, and there you go. So now the size of your paragraph is 100 pixels. I'm just gonna go ahead and put it back so we can work more comfortable. There you go. So let's keep going. You can also use the property font wave, which is affect the wave of your fonts, and you can make it like, if you want to make it like bold or slim and things like that, this is the one to go. So let's go ahead and try this property using this value. So we'll just type font, wave, and use the value bold. Okay, just gonna click save. Gonna go back to my page, and I will just refresh the page, and there you go. Right now everything is bold. Okay, so let me show you another thing really quick on this one. Imagine that you don't want the whole paragraph bold, okay, but you just want to make, I don't know, probably just this right here. There are a few ways to do that. First, we can use only the B tag. Oh, you know what? Let's use the strong tag. Okay. So we have the strong tag. So that's the first one. Gonna go ahead, refresh the page, and there you go. This is bold right now. But we are talking about CSS property. Right now, this is not CSS. Okay. So how can we do that? Well, there are a million ways to do this thing. Well, I mean, not a million ways, but you get my point. First thing that you can do is you can have an span tag. And what we can do is we can just put it right here. And you can just add some style and make the style here, which is this bar. And then just put the value bold. Gonna click save. Going to refresh the page. And there you go. It should not change because we are targeting the same thing. But just to make sure that it's working, I'm gonna do my trick, which is my right click, click inspect, and there you go. This is a proof that I am not using the strong tag, but I am using the font wave. Okay. So another thing that you can do here is, if you're using the inspect element, then once you try to add up something, you're probably gonna see the value. And when I say something, it's because it could be other stuff. It doesn't have to be only the font. But in this example, we're gonna talk about the font. So we're gonna show you about the font, right? So if you are here in my right side, I'm sorry, and we use the font, then you will see different value. Okay, so keep an eye on this thing right here. Okay, keep an eye on this one, and I will be changing value according to what I get here, right? This is 100, 2, 3, 4, nothing happened, 5, 6. Do you see that? On 600, there you go, you have something. Okay, then you have 7, 8, 900, and this is totally in bold. And of course, you have the bold value. You have this. You also have others here. We probably don't need this for this course right now, and you probably might not need this later. But as you can see, if you cannot remember what value you can add on this one, you can just go ahead and inspect element and you will see it. I mean, this is one way. There's other way to do that, but this is one way to do this. Right? So let's go back. And here we have the font style. This one is funny though. It's very useful because you're probably adding some style to it, especially when you're writing a blog or something, and you probably want to use the italic here or anything else. So let's go ahead and add the font style. What I'm gonna do is I will add the whole thing to the whole paragraph first, okay, and then I will do just one side. All right. So for example, let me just go back to my code, and here I just type, and as you can see, this is the property here, and the value. I'm gonna use the italic, the one right here. Okay, just gonna click save, and we'll refresh my page. As you can see, I mean, I don't know if you, well, yes, probably yes, you can see this. Everything becomes just like that. Okay, it's not only, except for this part. I mean, this part still bold, but we're gonna do something about it right now. So let's go back. I will remove this part right here, and then I'm just gonna use this, and I'm gonna add another property and value, okay, which is the font style and the italic value. Then I'm just gonna go ahead and save. I will just refresh the page, and there you go. So this one, it has both. Okay, so how do we know that this is working? So let's go ahead and check. What about if I remove one? There you go. And adding back, I can remove the other one, and there you go. You see that? So it means that it's working. Yes, so when you're writing something, when you're creating a website, you probably just want like one part to be bold or something, just to specify when you're writing something like, hey, pay attention to this. So then you probably want to do this. So let's go ahead, and we also have what we call the text decoration. Most of the text decoration that we use, I mean, of course, we use everything, but well, common one that you definitely will be seeing every day, everywhere, is the underlines. Okay, so let's take a look at it. And by the way, the text decoration allow you to decorate your text. And for example, in this case, you can put like an underline under a text. Okay, so let's go ahead and try that. There you go. So let's go ahead and say font. Wait, did I put font decoration? Yeah, I mean text decoration, sorry. Just been typing font everywhere. All right, so here, as you can see, you're gonna have a whole bunch of stuff. I know I always say like we're gonna talk about that later, and we do definitely, but it's not gonna make sense if I say something about this one right now. Like for example, yes, this one text the align is like to make it a center, right or left, okay? And we have the decoration, which is the one that we're gonna use right now, but we're gonna be definitely talking about this right here later, okay? So let's go ahead and use the, what is it? Decoration, and I want to, let's say, put it on underline. Okay, so the whole thing, because I am applying this property and value to this selector, which is this paragraph tag here. I don't know if you can follow that. Please don't get confused. Remember, we got the selector, we have the property, we have the value, and we have the tag. Okay, or element, which is the whole thing, which is everything that is between the open tag and closing tag becomes an element. However, other people also call only this, the open tag or closing tag also an element. So up to you. All right, so let me go ahead and just click save. And just, there you go. And now everything is underlined. So as you guys can see here, it is my underline on my pick selector. So let me just go ahead and remove it from this part here, and I'm just going to add it to my span tag. As you can see, we already have 3 things within only one span. Okay. And again, you don't want this. It's better if you use like a class, but if you know you're going to be adding a lot of properties and value, then just create a class. Okay. So let's go ahead and just go back, click refresh, and why it did not work? Oh, it's probably not there. It is not there. Oh, probably I didn't click save. So let me just go ahead, and it should be still not there. What did I do wrong? Oh, there you go. So it is outside the style. All right, that's okay. I just need to go ahead and just put it inside my style attribute. Okay. So this is my attribute here. I'm just gonna add that and just click save and just refresh the page. And there you go. Okay. So now we have those 3 things here for one specific, I'm not gonna call it sentence because it is not a sentence, but part of the sentence, which is this one is the whole sentence. Okay. All right, so let's just go back. We also have the colors. So the colors property allow you to add color to your text. And we will see that in a second. We're gonna come here, just type the property color. And for now, just because for this example, we're just gonna type the word red. Okay. Gonna click save, and everything should be red. There you go. So now you just add a color there. Another one that you can use is also add color here. And I'm gonna make it blue so you guys can see something different. And once I do this and I click refresh, did I put the color? Did I put red? Oh wow! I think I know I say blue. I don't know why I put red though. I know I say blue though. Anyway, so let me just go ahead. That was funny. And you will see this part in blue. Remember that the CSS word, that this is the priority right here. The one that is taking this as a value, the inline CSS, is more important than the other 2, okay? So let's go ahead. Another one that we can definitely use, this is not in this PowerPoint. Let's see, probably it's not there. No, it's not there. All right. So let me just add another one, which is the background color that allow you to change the background. But I don't want to use it here though. Let me see how it look like. There you go. I want to use it on the whole thing, but yeah, I think this is annoying. So let me just change it back. Sorry about that. Let me just make this white. And so let me make this green. There you go, much better. Okay, and this is how you also can add a background color. So you have the color and you also have the background color. Right now, we're just gonna stick with color names onto the third part of this lesson. But then we're gonna be using something else that is called hex color, and you will see that in action, that we're gonna be using like letters and numbers to like a combination of letters and numbers to have just one color. Okay. All right, so let's see. Yes, anything else for this one? I will see you in the next lesson to talk more about the font families.